Here's choice, I guess you could say number 3. 1 bedroom, 1 bath. 887 square feet. There's the layout. It's pretty basic with your living room, dining room, kitchen, bedroom, bathroom, washer and dryer. So there's number 1. There's the first layout. Now, here's the interior of choice number 3. Sorry if it's kind of glary, but pretty nice, decent little kitchen. This is actually a granite countertop, and then you have the Pergo hardwood floors, and there's the kitchen area. Here's what the 1 bedroom, 1 bath bedroom looks like. Of course, it's all fancy with all decorations and all that jazz, but basically your nice windows. Has 2 windows. That's pretty nice to make it nice and bright. We like that. Okay, here's the pool area, and I'm showing this because, as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3 stories. That is one negative we don't like about the place. Most of the ones in our price range are on the 3rd floor, and that would be kind of difficult with a dog going up and down the stairs and everything and having to take her potty. Also, this one is way far out in Queen Creek, where we originally wanted to maybe end up at, but right now with our church and our friends, it's kind of far. All right, apartment number 2, our second favorited selection. This is the layout again. Living room, dining room, kitchen, washer, dryer. Some of them have fireplaces, bedroom, bath, blah, blah, blah. 761 square feet, so that's totally fine. Again, here's the kitchen for the 1 bedroom, 1 bath. It's updated. This is like a laminate countertop. It's not granite, but it still has kind of like the texturization of what you'd find in granite. It looks large enough, much bigger than the one we have now. Okay, isn't this nice? This is the living room, and again you have that archway detailing, and then you have the dining room over there as well. Pretty simple. Of course, again, they have it all jazzed up with their decorations and their nice painted wall and whatnot. But I do like the little archway detailing. That's a little cuter. Okay, so here's the bedroom. Obviously has this nice archway detail. It's pretty simple. There's other pictures on here that are better, but it's alright. Once again, just like option number 3, these ones have 1, 2, 3 stories, and the ones in our price range are on the top level. However, it only varies by about like $20 or so a month for the 2nd floor, so that's not too bad. And this location is within like a mile of probably like 5 or 6 of our friends that we've met in the last few months at our new church. So it's a really good location. The downside, though, is I would have to transfer to a different location at my job. I would be with the same company just to transfer. And then I think that's pretty much the only downsides is the 3 levels that we'd have to deal with, 3 stories or whatnot, and then the job transfer. Alright, our first choice is this 1 bedroom, of course. It has 745 square feet, completely within our price range. Similar layout as all the others you saw, so pretty boring, right? Here's our first choice, kitchen. It's pretty white, and this kind of is like a bar at the bottom. I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell. This isn't the best picture. The kitchen's fine. It's not too old. Oh, there's another picture. There we go. It just went through. Here's a better picture of it. Here's the first choice apartment kitchen. I like it. It's clean. It's not fancy, but it's still new enough. Okay, we have the model bedroom. Obviously, typical. It's painted. It's a model. So, it's your basic room. Here's the living room. There's a little hallway breezeway entrance for the living room, and it has this little nook over here with shelving. And then you have your bedroom, and then off to the side is like your dining room, and kitchen's probably like over here. And our final shot, of course, look, It's only 1 and 2 stories, so that's not bad at all. We just have to go up and down 1 flight of stairs, taking Princess out or whatever. I like that. Also, this one is the cheapest of all of them. It is the closest to our church and closest to his work and closest to my work. But it's definitely in a different city than we live in now. And the ratings online, we're pretty good about safety, and we want to have safety because the place we're living in now is not very safe at all. And we want to live in a place where we can live in for a year or so and not feel overwhelmed with living in an apartment and not feeling depressed about where we live. So this would be a number 1 choice for us at this point in time. But we could totally change it because the other ones have nicer kitchens, closer to friends, where we want to end up anyways, you know, just different options. So what do you guys think? Princess, where do you want to live? Do you want to live in choice number 1? How about number 2? Or how about number 3? She doesn't really care as long as she has her bone. Is that right, baby? Say hello! Oh, what are you looking at? So, needless to say, we've got a lot of cleaning and packing to do in the next month and a half. As you can see, we've got, like, our closet, everything, you know, look at our hallway, like, oh my goodness. I have to, like, hop over things to get by, but it'll all get packed eventually. It just is a matter of when we'll be able to find the place that we want to live at and how soon that is before, like, all this stuff can be picked up. What is this? What is this stuff? Ew. Okay, we started sorting through, like, all the food that we haven't used that we bought, and, like, we've got, like, flour and, I don't know, some coffee, some extra canola oil, vegetable oil, cane sugar, whatever. So we got a lot of stuff to go through, and, yeah, we got our dishes we need to kind of get on top of and do. They've been behind because we've been too busy just kind of packing, going through all of our stuff. We have all the DVDs. At least those are organized. We're gonna eventually have to go through, like, all of Princess's bins all in here. See what's in there. Okay, that's like some wedding stuff. More princess outfits. Like, go through everything because we have to move real soon. At least our coat closet, that's not too bad. It's got like a vacuum cleaner in it and just our coats are there, and then our bowling stuff and some equipment. It's not too bad, but we still have to go through it. So, yeah, this is our apartment. It's pretty trashy right now because we've been going through everything that we don't need or don't want, whatever. So, yeah, so where do you guys think we should live? Should it be option number 1, option number 2, or option number 3? Remember, I think I did it in reverse order, so is it really option number 3, option number 2, or option number 1? Leave the comments below, subscribe, and whatever else you want to do. If you guys know any places in, like, the East Valley of, like, the Phoenix metropolitan area that is safe and maybe a little bit more updated, not so old, like, I don't know, like, not from, like, the 70s or something, of a place to live with it has either 1 or even 2 bedrooms, that is decently priced, just totally let us know in the comments as well. We'll totally take anybody's suggestions at this point. There's not a whole lot of places that we've found that were convenient for us and in the right price point. So if you guys have any ideas, we'll totally take them into consideration. Because, again, like I said, a month and a half is not very long to find a place. So thank you for your comments if you do leave any. And we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.